Welcome to another episode of Charlie Drives. Today I want to talk about this bad boy. So this is the ROG Zephyrus G14 brand new 2023 laptop. I wanted to do a follow-on video from my attempted unboxing video. Totally new to doing tech videos, and I realised how difficult it is to actually do an unboxing video, and I appreciate that I've got a lot of work to do to improve upon the unboxing technique, and there are a lot of people out there who can do it way better. But I just thought it would be worthwhile doing another video just to follow on from reasons for buying this laptop. Currently I am very used to using the MacBook. This is the MacBook M1, so it's not old, but I bought it a couple of years ago, maybe about a year and a half ago now. It's the M1 14-inch MacBook Pro. Just to give you a bit of background on me, whilst a lot of people on this channel who are already subscribed will know that I'm a massive car fan, always will be. I'll continue to do car videos. However, I also run a technology company or a tech business specialising in web development, web design and things. So I've always had a very, very keen eye for technology. Since I was a kid, I remember using MS-DOS and playing MS-DOS games growing up, and I think during lockdown I bought a gaming PC to get back into doing gaming and things. So it really was since that point I've kind of always kept an eye on the gaming side of this industry. However, for work I've always used a Mac. So since the beginning of my working career I started using a Mac. I felt like the Mac was the best thing to use for the business that I'm in. Using this as my daily driver has of course been worthwhile. It was only since I bought the M1, and actually since prior to that I've not really had an awful lot of problems with Macs. I mean, I've gone through a number of MacBook Pros over my time. The last one I had before this was a 16-inch monitor, which actually developed a line down it. Now I'm not entirely sure how that happened. The screen wasn't cracked or anything like that, but anyway, the display, cut long story short, the display failed. I spent an absolute fortune on that Mac. It was probably over £3,000, and Apple basically wouldn't fix it because they took the laptop apart and they found liquid damage on it. So generally it kind of started getting me a little bit upset. I then went to the M1, which is this one, which I'm currently using as my daily driver, and for some reason, since moving to an M1 chip, I don't know, some silly little problems. Like I was in a client meeting, plugged this into a screen, and it wouldn't play ball with it. And actually, an older generation MacBook connected to it straight away. So things, I don't know, I was just getting really frustrated with it. Then I watched Unbox Therapy's video on the ROG Zephyrus G14, and I just thought, wow, what a great looking laptop. Apart from the size of it, it just looked really, really chunky. So obviously my concern about buying something like this was, oh, how chunky is it going to be? But actually, it's really not that bad. I mean, it's a little bit thicker than the MacBook, but generally it's light. It's about the same weight. It feels pretty nice. But we'll get into detail on this laptop in a bit. So anyway, after watching the Unbox Therapy video, it got me thinking. I kind of thought, do I want to switch maybe back to using a PC or a Windows machine for good? Can I actually continue doing my job with just a Windows machine? And I was suitably impressed when I bought my gaming PC and started using Windows 10 at the time, and now upgraded to Windows 11, but I was using Windows 10 for work as well as doing gaming on. So while I was at home, I was using my big wide monitor. I've got a 49-inch ultra wide display, which is unbelievable. It's amazing for multitasking. I've got 3 windows open at once. It's brilliant. So it got me thinking, I could actually probably move to Windows full time and step away from using Macs. So I started doing loads of research, looking at different laptops. Galaxy Book 3 was on the list, as well as a Razer 14. The Galaxy Book 3, I was a little bit concerned about the cooling for it. From what I could see from the reviews, it felt like it was going to really struggle with cooling and the fan noise and things like that. So that one probably wasn't the best. So to be honest with you, it was between the Razer 14 and the G14, the latest G14. Now, the more expensive version of this laptop is about $3.5 grand, which is a hell of a lot of money to spend on a laptop. And again, I'm not looking for something that is going to be a desktop replacement. You've got lots of laptops out there that are claim themselves to be desktop replacements, and some of them, maybe the larger ones as well, claim to be desktop replacements. Whereas this one, I feel, is a very, very good portable option. It's 14-inch, it's not heavy, I can travel and still game on it. And when I'm at home, I've got my gaming PC for that, so I don't need to game at home on my laptop. Although I have had already a bit of a play with GTA 5. I know it's quite an old game now, but GTA 5 I find is a good benchmark. And with this display, the 165Hz display, it's so crisp, it's so smooth, it looks great. I will do more videos on the laptop over time as I have time to kind of play some games. I'll screen share with you to show you how it looks and the quality of it. So the Razer 14, the reason why I discounted the Razer 14 as a laptop was because I was put off by the poorer battery life. So the poorer battery life on the Razer 14, apparently the battery life just isn't as good as the ROG Zephyrus. So that's kind of what put me off, as well as the fact that it easily smudges and shows fingerprints on the black casing. Even though everyone's sort of said that the Razer is a really premium product, looks really premium, it has got quite a lot apparently of smudging for fingerprints, as well as scratchability, so it's very easy to scratch the case. And again, over time I just wanted something that would continue to look good. So that's, it did nearly pull the trigger on the Razer 14, but I didn't in the end. But who knows, depending on how these tech videos go, maybe I'll go get one of those and do a side-by-side comparison, so we'll see. So the cost for the G14, so the one that I've gone for is the Ryzen, it's the Ryzen 7, so it's not the 9 series, and it's the 4060 RTX. So it's not the 4090, it's the 4060, and I felt like that was enough for what I needed to do. I will be benchmarking and trying this out again with some of the maybe more latest games to see how they perform on it, but generally, all in all, the performance of this so far, from what I've had limited time to look at, has been really, really good. So yeah, the price for this laptop, I paid £1,890. So I'll put that up in dollars over the screen right now after I've done a quick currency conversion. So I thought it was quite a reasonable price, and also I didn't want to spend tons and tons of money just in case I really didn't get along with it and didn't like it and basically wouldn't be able to use it as a day-to-day machine. So essentially I wanted to go for this version, the Ryzen 7, the 4060 RTX, and so far so good. It seems to be doing a great job, although I've only had it for about a day. So I will probably do a 2 to 3 month review after I've had time to use it, but you can see generally it's really, really smart, really, really smart. I love how, as you open the keyboard, I'll sort of demonstrate it on the overhead camera. I love how when you open the laptop, the keyboard lifts. You can completely flatten it as well, which does look really cool. So yeah, just little things, and again, like little details like the Zephyrus logo showing up there, which looks really, really nice, I think. Just cool stuff. The one thing that I'm slightly disappointed about, and this is something for you guys to pay attention to, you've got to really closely look at the specifications. This thing comes in so many different options, but there's no way of currently ordering it and choosing what specification that you want from ASUS. I couldn't see an easy way of actually ordering this laptop with the specs that I wanted. Now, one of the things that I unfortunately noticed after receiving the laptop is that it has not got the RGB keys, so it's got these white LED lights, which they're okay. I mean, you can change various options on them. So you basically press the function key and the F4, and you can change like all of the different options. And as you can see here, it's, yeah, I mean, you'd go crazy after a while if you had that. And then you've got the static, and then you've got like a breathing mode, which you can change the speed of. It's okay, but I don't know. We'll see. But I was slightly disappointed that it didn't come with RGBs on the keyboard. I thought that that would be quite a nice touch to be able to have RGBs on the keyboard, considering that it is a gaming laptop. It's not quite as loud looking as the Scar laptops are. And that was actually something that really did attract me, but I just thought that this would be a really good compromise to use as a work machine as well as a gaming machine. Also, considering that the cheapest 14-inch MacBook that you can buy is over £2,000, I think that this is a very good bang for your buck. You can do a hell of a lot more with this than you can with, I think, something similarly priced or slightly more expensive in the MacBook Pro range. So generally, all in all, very, very good. As I said, first impressions, I haven't had an awful lot of time to sort of get used to it yet, but immediately, I'm normally when I go from a Mac to a PC, I always, especially when I use a PC laptop, I always have difficulties getting used to the keyboard. However, typing on this, incredibly easy, really easy to do. It's very, very similar in terms of feel and layout to the MacBook Pro. The touchpad is always, I would say nobody, I don't think I've ever used a PC notebook that has got anywhere near to to Apple on the touchpads. The touchpads on the Apple are just so good, so well refined, so accurate, and they've got such good feel to them that I don't think anyone would ever get anywhere close to them. This is quite nice. It's very similarly sized to the MacBook in terms of the size and the feel, but it's the clicking that is, I don't know. The Mac feels way more refined from a clicking standpoint. So yeah, I'm kind of yet to get used to, yet to sort of really use it in anger. But I have to say, very, very pleased about the keyboard and using the keyboard itself in terms of the way it's all spaced out. Obviously, going from Mac to PC, you've got to get used to the command versus the control positioning. That's very, very disconcerting to use. Not easy to get used to, but that's, I think, comes with the territory of switching between the two. I've also done a very, very quick trial of the battery life. So just to give you an idea, with the MacBook, normally I can get through until about 2 o'clock my working day with the MacBook. Today the ASUS Zephyrus got me to about 12:30, so that's an 8 o'clock start time to 2 o'clock with the MacBook, and 8 o'clock start time to 12:30 with the ASUS. Although I will do a more in-depth battery test on both laptops, just to kind of give you a more accurate idea on how the two compare, because I feel that the ASUS can do better than that, and it's possible that I didn't have it on the correct settings. So I will do a bit of a test on that, just to kind of clarify and confirm. The other, a number of the other negative aspects of the ASUS compared to possibly any other gaming laptop is I feel like they are missing a beat slightly with not giving you the ability to specify the memory that you get. So when I talk about memory, I mean storage. So this one only has 512 solid state and is an M.2 drive. I actually already opened it up to have a look to see how easy it would be to upgrade. I've also contacted ASUS support to find out what the options are, and apparently, and I don't know what the reason is for this, and maybe you can let me know in the comments, but apparently the reasoning, apparently you can only upgrade this to a maximum of 1 terabyte. So it's currently got 512 in it. It would be very easy to go and get a solid state M.2 drive to put into this, and I could easily get an extra 500 gigabytes for, I think, storage that probably would be needed over time. So once you've got a few more titles installed on the machine, you're going to need more storage ultimately. So yeah, it's a little bit of a downfall on their part. I think it would have been nicer to be able to spec this with a 1 terabyte drive in it, because I don't think 512 is enough these days. Even though you've got really nice OneDrive integration where all of your documents automatically get stored to OneDrive, and actually I can see them mirrored against my gaming PC, so that's a really nice touch. So you feel like you're not actually using lots of local storage, but you will need local storage for games, no doubt. And at the moment, GTA 5 I've got installed on here, that's already 100 gigabytes, so it's using up already a fifth of the total capacity of the hard drive itself. So yeah, all in all, let's see how it goes. Just a quick video here, guys, just to run through the new Zephyrus G14. But I will be doing probably a 2 to 3 month review video of my conclusions of using the laptop on a day-to-day basis. I will also do a separate video to give you a bit of a sort of day in the life of using this laptop, going to work, doing work bits with it, also comparing battery life just to see how that goes. And I'm also going to do a separate video on just pure gaming performance. So watch this space, get subscribed to the channel. Also to all of the Charlie Drives car subscribers, don't go anywhere because I've got car videos coming up soon. I just wanted to scratch a bit of a tech itch, so hope, bear with me, but I'd like to think that maybe you're interested in technology as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and I will catch you for the next video. Take care. Bye.